Good morning. My name is Mitch Mullen and I'm a pre-service teacher studying at Queensland University of Technology. This morning I'll be discussing with you the professional work of teachers, specifically for my unit EDB005. Through this discussion we'll be looking specifically at the AITSL standards. They comprise three components: teaching and learning, professional practice and renewal, and relationships. For the purpose of this task, I'll be specifically looking at teaching and learning. Teaching and learning are made up of 5 standards. Standard 1, know your students and how they learn. Standard 2, know the content and how to use it. Standard 3, plan for and implement effective teaching and learning. Standard 4, create and maintain supportive and safe learning environments. And Standard 5, assess, provide feedback and report on student learning. Standard 1, know students and how they learn. Knowledge of the individual requirements of any of my learners is fundamental in underpinning my approaches to establishing conducive learning environments for all individuals. Consequently, I attempt to achieve such outcomes through implicit process of practice. Implicitly, I attempt to immerse myself within the socio-cultural environment to which a particular education setting may be contained, engaging myself within the raft of experiences and occurrences that these learners are exposed to on a regular basis. This is best evidenced through the New Colombo Clan initiative sponsored by QUT, where myself and 5 other education students to Vietnam would teach HPE in metropolitan and rural locational demographics. Prior to entering the classroom, as a mechanism for both professional practice and individual growth and development, my colleagues and I engaged in a number of different cultural experiences and practices as a way of better understanding the people of Vietnam, the social, economic, and cultural context entwined in everyday life. Moreover, it allowed us to experience what made them like they were, not just as people of a particular location, but as entities of a collective social and cultural paradigm. Evidently, such understanding of mere affordances properly engage each individual toward my desired learning outcomes. Standard 2. Know the content and how to teach it. Practice what you teach, or more commonly put, practice what you preach, is a principle to which informs the ways in which I approach the acquirement of appropriate content required for teaching my learners. To put such a concept in more eloquent terms, I am of the belief that if you were to establish a particular environment to elucidate the learning of a new concept or skill by the individual, that you must in fact have a sound understanding before commencement of teaching it. This was best evidenced on my first practical experience at Kelvin Grove State College. Prior to undertaking my practical experience, I had little knowledge of the content currently being taught to learners of which I was soon to be responsible for. Evidently, I established the appropriateness to network with various teachers within the school, discussing various applications to which I believe would be vital to me entertaining a highly successful experience for not only my learners, but for me as a pre-service teacher and individual. Such things discussed and elaborated upon were as follows: subject-specific content, year-level content, assessment strategies, behaviour management strategies and processes, and the preferred learning styles of my students, just to name a few examples. Of significance, however, was the actual content that I was to be teaching the students, and the ways in which they were already being taught. Consequently, I was provided access to current and previous learning sequences and activities, assessment tools and textbooks to which I could analyse and interpret prior to commencing my practical experience.